Hello and welcome to my review of the Hyundai P4000i petrol inverter generator. I've had this generator about 6 or 7 months now, usually running an air compressor and battery charger for the cordless chainsaw and even some power tools. It's 3600 or 3800 peak output, so it's pretty decent for things that require quite a big startup, like again air compressors or that kind of thing, or anything with an induction motor. It's quite a hefty unit, so it should be able to power most things. I don't think it'd manage more than one at a time, simultaneously, because again, as generators go, it is quite a small output really. I paid about £900 or so for it. Got it online, it got delivered within 2 days actually. I forget the name of the company I used, but it was an online, like Generators Online or something like that. It's quite a sturdy, well built generator. It's got quite a good handle down here that extends out, telescopic, so when you're carting it about or moving it, it makes it pretty easy. 2 rubber tyres or wheels at the bottom there, at the back, sorry, that again mean it's quite easy to move about, as well as 2 pretty sturdy grab handles on top. It is quite a heavy unit, if I'm honest, about 30 kilograms or so. So if you had to lift it up onto a bench or onto the back of a van, it is heavy. It is doable though. You've just got to watch your back. It's best for 2 people though, if I'm honest. But yeah, if you're really struggling on your own, providing you're strong enough, you should be able to do it. I'm not overly strong and I can just about manage it. In terms of reliability, it starts first time every time. You've got a little rocker switch there, which when you press it on, that sort of wakes the generator up, and then to start it, you just press the silver start button once. Usually it cranks over and then fires straight up, even after it's been left dormant for a few months. One thing I have recently discovered though, you're best to turn this fuel switch off if you're not using it for extended periods of time, because I've come to it a couple of times and half the fuel tank's been on the floor, and at 12 litres is a fuel tank from memory. That's a few quid on floor really, which you don't want, and it stinks and makes a bit of a mess. Bit frustrating, but anyway, it's nothing of a job to turn it off. We've actually wrote on the top of it there just a reminder, if anyone else uses it apart from me and my family, if we lend it out or whatever, just to turn it off. It's actually got remote start, which I keep on there because I don't use it, to be honest. A little remote start key or fob. It's got pull start should the onboard battery die, and you can't start it electronically. It has got that, which is quite a good feature. I imagine if you don't use it for a year or whatever, the onboard battery will run flat, but no worries because you can start it. The engine, I believe, is 210 cc's, so it's a small petrol engine. Runs nice again, like I've said. It's idles nice, it revs nice. It's everything about it is quite good. However, only last week I put the generator up on the workbench there, a good 3.5 foot high off the deck there, with a view to working on it to actually find out where this fuel was leaking from. Found out now, but didn't know at the time. I put it up on the bench and wanted to test my garden shredder, which is there because that's quite a big motor. So I started the generator up and I realised it's actually hanging off the end of the bench, the edge of the bench just here, so we need to keep an eye on it and watch it doesn't vibrate itself off and onto the floor. No problem, I thought. I'll only be a second using this machine, so as I'm using it, I was shredding pyracantha with it. I kept in my mind I must keep an eye on it, and then lo and behold, the whole thing fell off the bench and crashed into the floor and was on its side. Yeah, pretty gutted when that happened and pretty annoyed with myself, to be honest, but it was just one of them things when, I don't know what I was thinking. However, when it landed on the deck, it was still running, surprisingly. Not great, but it was still running and powering this thing. The damage it sustained, it smashed all the back quarter, as you can see from my not so great fix. And the lugs or bolts that hold this black cover on had sheared off as well. So much so they're all here. I did look at putting them back, or gluing them back, but where the actual brakes are, they're on quite a bad stress point, and to be honest, they just snap off. So what I've done, I've just carefully selected some areas to put cable ties just to hold it all together. So there's 1, 2 and 3, and it's pretty solid, to be honest. It's done the trick. But when I tell you it went with a crush, I mean it really did go bang. I'm surprised it didn't completely destroy it, write it off, call it what you will, but you know, testament to Hyundai. In all fairness, it fared pretty well. Like I say, cosmetic damage to the plastic, but the engine runs fine, everything works fine, it puts out power. And up until now I weren't really impressed with Hyundai. I've had chainsaws off them in the past and they were a bit rubbish, for use of a better word. But this thing, it took quite a big smash, and it still keeps going. And on that basis alone, the durability, and as you can see, again, you know, it's had knocks and bangs in the past. On that basis alone, I would recommend this generator. It's a solid generator, it's reliable, and as I've personally found out as well, it's very tough. I think your machine mark generators and the sort of open frame generators that are much louder than this, yeah, I don't think they'd be working after that. It is quite a big drop onto a hard floor. And also to add, it's very, very quiet as well. You can have a conversation quite easily over it, sort of 5, 6, 7 foot away, and it doesn't make your ears bleed. So I'll start it up now and show you what it's like. So obviously fuel on, rocker switch on, and then one press and it should fire up. There we go. 4 or 5 seconds, and you wait for the little lights to go green, and then you are ready to go. 3-pin switches, 230 volts, as you can see. This tells you how much fuel you've got. It's a rough guide, so take it with a pinch of salt, and how much load you're actually putting on the generator itself. And I didn't realise it had a button just there, which is quite cool. So I'm assuming 4.5 litres of fuel, or 5.2, not sure. Right, yeah, I've just discovered this little button, which is cool. But yeah, that's my review of the Hyundai P4000i inverter generator. Thanks for watching.